My name is Javier Valerio. I'm the saxophone professor at the University of Costa Rica, and I'm here at the JodyJazz factory with Jody Espina. Jody Espina is the president of Eugene Rousseau Mouthpiece, Jody Factory, and Cherville. And I would like to ask you if you can explain to us what inspired you to make this new mouthpiece, the ER50.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. We've been having a great time with Javier playing all these mouthpieces, and Javier and Stephen Page, Kenneth Che have been very, very helpful consulting on the development of the ER50.
Yeah.
So what inspired me, of course, is Dr. Rousseau, and it's kind of very personal for me because he entrusted me with this company.
Mm-hmm.
And his legacy is important, and it connects with my teacher, Joe Viola. So Joe Viola and Dr. Rousseau studied with Marcel Mueller.
Mm-hmm.
And they had these similar backgrounds, and Joe Viola's students all loved him. And we were all friendly with each other. It was one of those saxophone studios. And from talking to many Eugene Rousseau students,
Mm-hmm.
they have that same feeling, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so when I got this company and I played all the mouthpieces, I was like, wow, man, these are great mouthpieces and the beautiful sounds, and I don't find this particular sound and feel in other mouthpieces, and I really love them. So what inspired me was to try and take what he did with the mouthpiece, and in particular the NC4 and the the RC,
Mm-hmm.
the NC and the RC, and take what he already did, and then see if I could, in my method here, with the CNC technology and the 3D imaging and everything, what can we do to take that, and we can tweak every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say, well, I'm going to say it, I feel like improve it in some ways. I can make that facing curve is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then right next to the tip rail, the baffle, I can take that and just try 100 versions. You've
Mm-hmm.
seen all the mouthpieces that we made,
Yeah.
the prototypes. And we can get it, and once we get it, we can repeat it perfectly. And so the inspiration was, Dr. Rousseau's great mouthpieces, and I wanted to make that here in my method, and just see what I can contribute. But it's very much, from his ideas.
Yeah, so basically your job now is to continue his legacy and trying to keep his essence in all the new proposal that you have for the mouthpiece. And can you tell us what the meaning of the name, the ER50?
Yeah, it's so hard to name a product sometimes, but this one almost named itself because ER is Eugene Rousseau.
Mm-hmm.
And 50 is because in 2022 is the 50th anniversary of the Rousseau mouthpieces.
Okay, perfect.
So
So it's a good timing.
yeah.
Yeah, good. And can you explain to us what is the difference between the Rousseau mouthpiece, the NC, and the RC series?
So the ER50 is different from the NC and the RC in several ways. It's the same in a couple of ways. The first way it's the same is when you feel inside from the tip, you're going to see this material which we call the baffle, and then it goes woof, it dips down like no other mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
This is Dr. Rousseau's design.
Okay.
Okay, so and that material in the front near the tip gives you that singing quality
Okay.
that Rousseau's are famous for. That dip mellows it out and gives it the beauty, and of course the kind of the chamber shape.
Okay.
When you look through from the
Mm-hmm.
shank, you look through and you see a certain shape. That's a unique shape there. And what I wanted to do was take those qualities that give you that singing thing, and it has kind of a low resistance. Like, so if some people play this and they're gonna say, oh, it doesn't feel quite right. Maybe because the reed is not hard enough.
Yeah, it should try a harder reed.
It's a little, and when you get your resistance, now you have this beauty. What I wanted to do different was I wanted to keep those qualities, but then I wanted to make it a little bit darker.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit, but keep all the beauty. And so those several ways I achieved that. That dip, you know, I might have gone a little further than his dip.
Yeah.
We made, we used Shedville rubber, which from my Shedville company, we have this formula for rubber. It's very soft.
Okay.
And softer material, warmer sound.
Okay.
Okay? It's like when we work on it, it's so easy to work on. And you know, that's another thing that we have with the ER50 is our handwork. We have taken the other Rousseau mouthpieces and they're made in a factory where they've always been made, and they're molded. But we do this one with our technology from bar stock, and we can make it from scratch. And we can do our handwork, which is very, very precise. But we take the Rousseau mouthpieces, the NC and everything, and we actually add our handwork to them now. So in addition, because we got this experience with our JodyJazz mouthpiece, the HR Star custom dark mouthpiece.
Yeah.
We wanted to make a beautiful dark mouthpiece, jazz mouthpiece. And so we put it in the Shedville rubber, and we put a heavy brass ring on the end, on the shank. And it seems to add a little body and a little projection. So I think you tried today maybe at ER50 without the ring and one with the ring.
Yeah, exactly. So it gives you more body and more resonance.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And then, you know, we wanted to make, again, this tribute to Dr. Rousseau, and we put it in the most beautiful box that we could make.
Yeah,
and
it's beautiful.
So it's just like this special thing, and I feel so fortunate that he entrusted me with this responsibility.
Yeah.
And you guys coming here, you know, playing, testing, giving your opinion has been so valuable. And so I hope, well, I mean, for me, I know we did a good job.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I try and I played this for 30 years already. When I was a student of Dr. Rousseau, he just gave me one of his NC4 mouthpieces. And for me, this is like a new birth, you know, coming here and trying all these, you know, new approaches that you're doing to the mouthpieces is great. And who should try this mouthpiece? Can you tell us, you know?
Well, let's say for you, for example, how is it different, and is this going to be your mouthpiece now? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a mouthpiece that I can see myself, you know, playing as a soloist with a symphony orchestra or wind ensemble, because it gives me, you know, that power, that control, and at the same time, you know, it keeps this darker sound that I like. And sometimes, what you said, you know, depending on the reed I use, it, you know, I can switch a little bit depending on the repertoire I'm playing. But it's definitely a mouthpiece that I'm just going to continue using. Yeah.
So, and like, who should try it? I mean, anybody who's played a Rousseau mouthpiece knows that quality. But a lot of people haven't played a Rousseau mouthpiece. A lot of people in the world. And this mouthpiece is, you know, with the most popular classical mouthpieces, I feel very confident this should be considered right there with these, and everyone should try. So sometimes if you're trying, you're feeling you're struggling a little bit with the mouthpiece, and I mean, here's my thing. You know, I'm JodyJazz, right? So sometimes I'll just say something and it's maybe not correct, politically correct or something, but if you're not having that much fun with your mouthpiece, try this thing, because I think it invites you to play. And you know, you played something yesterday, it started to make me cry. It's your beautiful phrasing and the, you know, when music connects to you, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah, exactly.
And if a mouthpiece or a reed or a saxophone or something can help you discover the essence of the music, the true beauty of it, that's what it's all about. So if you're serious about your music, you owe it to yourself to try not just, you know, my products, but try the other products, because it can unlock something.
But that's something important. You know, at the end, you should be happy. with what you have.
You should be happy playing.
Exactly.
And it's like, I don't want to play with a reed. I don't want to practice with a bad reed. I always want to be happy when I'm playing. And so I'm surrounded by mouthpieces that make me happy, you know.
Exactly.
And when I was a kid, I discovered, you know, after having a mouthpiece that I didn't know, I was just a kid. And then years later, I had a great mouthpiece, and I played that old mouthpiece. I was going, oh my God, what was I doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's perfect, you know. Well, thank you very much. And I'm really glad that, you know, this is out right now, and we're inviting a lot of people, you know, to try it, and I'm sure that you won't regret, you know, this beautiful new mouthpiece, the ER50.
Great, man. Thank you so much, Javier. All right. Okay.
Ciao.